Well, hello again, all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. Very excited about this one. This is a Treehouse beer. It's their data set experimental can number one, which is the house yeast variety. So there's four different data set series beers. They all use ultra pale malts and juicy American hops, so the same base, and then the thing that differs is the yeast. So for can number one, for the first one, they use a house yeast. And it says the dataset series is our endeavor to explore a broad spectrum of yeast and how they affect the flavor outcome of our style of beer. Each batch is crafted with the same base of ultra pale malt and juicy American hops to enable the different attributes of yeast to delineate each flavor profile. So for this one, number one, we utilize our house yeast as a control. This will enable us to explore and enjoy the subtle and not so subtle differences between each yeast in the project. So there's a little bit more information. 8% alcohol by volume. So this is the first one using the Treehouse house yeast. And each one of these cans that I do, it's going to be the same base. It's going to be 8% alcohol by volume, but a different yeast strain. So it'll be interesting to see if there are any noticeable differences in the flavor profile based upon the strain of yeast that they use. All right, so let's go ahead and pour this up. It's going to be a nice double juicy IPA, as are all of these wonderful Treehouse beers for the most part. And it looks really nice. Super juicy, yellowish orange, opaque, beautiful color. Orange juice in a glass with a head. Not a very big head, but nice, creamy looking head. This was canned on March 10th. So at the time of this recording, just over a week old, which is nice. So there you go. Smells nice. Tropical, juicy, citrusy, earthy. So little mango and pineapple, some tangerine citrus. There's a really interesting earthy aroma with this as well. A little bit of like a sweet, almost like candied orange. It's interesting. Smells very nice, very juicy, as do a lot of the Treehouse double IPAs. Definitely has the New England juice bomb look to it. Smells like an absolute winner. So without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers. Very mild, actually. So some tangerine, citrus notes. A little bit of that candied orange is kind of coming through. There's an earthiness with this. I don't know if that's coming from the hops or the yeast. But there's a nice, like, earthy kind of feel to it. Maybe a slight grassiness. Yeah, very mild, actually, with the tropical fruit. The mango and the pineapple, they're there, but they're kind of in the background. Really, the tangerine citrus notes are the primary flavor. This is pretty straightforward. It's nice and juicy, a little earthy, a little grassy, finishes juicy on the way down. No alcohol presence at 8%. Carbonation is kind of high medium. It's very spritzy for a double IPA, which is nice. Nice glass lacing there. It's a really nice beer. It's pretty straightforward, though. This would be a good introduction into the New England juice bomb type beers because you get the citrus, a little tropical fruit, but it's very mild. It's nice and spritzy and carbonated. The body's not too heavy. It's really on the low end of medium for the body for an 8% beer. And it finishes juicy, no warming effect going down or boozy qualities on the finish. Really nice, enjoyable beer. Enough said. I'm going to go with a 95 out of 100. It's a solid A for sure. I think being that this is the first one of four, they're using their base, their house yeast. I think this is going to be the simplest of the bunch. I think as we get into the other cans, they're going to be a little bit more complex and interesting. But a solid A beer nonetheless. The Data Set Experimental #1 with house yeast. Buy it, try it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you can get this beer in your area. That'll do it for this beer review, guys. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Until next time, everybody. Cheers.